Stop right now. Put down whatever you are holding immediately. I said, open this today. And I meant every single word of that command. You are running out of precious time. If you skip this message, a crucial door you have prayed for will close forever. You will keep running from the quiet room until your tired body finally collapses. I am firmly standing between you and that terrible outcome. I am not moving away. Stay exactly where my healing hand can reach you. My beloved child, I saw you this morning, standing completely alone in the kitchen. You reached for a glass of water. Your hand was shaking before you even took a sip. Your mind was already racing through a massive list of things you had to fix. You turned on the television just to fill the empty space. I was standing right there with you, in that exact terrifying moment. I am telling you what is moving toward you tonight, before it actually arrives. I have watched you do this same exhausting routine 1,000 different times. You run deeply into your daily work so you do not have to think. But before this message ends, you will understand exactly what is chasing you. You will feel that heavy armor fall completely off your tired shoulders. You will be able to sit in a silent room without being afraid of your own thoughts. Type amen to stand still and let my profound peace cover you completely. Do it right now so your anxious hands finally stop moving and start resting. Let me show you why your weary body aches even when you are deeply asleep. You fill every single hour of your day with constant noise and daily tasks. You call it being responsible. You call it taking care of your beloved family. But a completely full schedule is never a reliable sign of a full life. It is a massive wall. You built it carefully to avoid hearing a painful question. The constant noise is a shelter that protects you from your own deep thoughts. But that familiar shelter is exactly what is draining your spirit completely dry. And that is only the very first layer of the deep sorrow you are hiding from. Do not walk away from me now when the difficult truth is finally arriving. What I am about to reveal will change the way you see your entire past. There is a specific door in your future that is swinging shut while you keep yourself distracted. If you leave now, you will walk right past it blindly and miss your blessing. Stay with me. I need you to listen closely until the very end. My weary one, I know how deeply exhausted you truly are today. You have carried the heavy emotional weight of everyone else for so many long years. You smile when they ask how you are doing, and the polite answer leaves your mouth before you even think about it. You always tell them you are fine because that is exactly what they expect to hear. You have said that single word so many times that you no longer hear yourself say it. But I know what actually happens when the busy house finally goes completely quiet. You sit in your car in the driveway with the engine turned completely off. You give yourself 5 lonely minutes in the dark before you go inside. You do this to become the strong person they all desperately need you to be. Nobody in that busy house knows about those 5 quiet minutes of falling tears, but I know everything. I have counted every single tear you refuse to let fall. You are not running away from the silence because you are a weak person. You are running because stopping feels exactly like a total and complete collapse. You firmly believe that if you slow down for even one day, everything you have so carefully held together will permanently break apart. I am not offended by your fear. I made the heart that beats so frantically inside your chest. I clearly see the pure love that makes you push yourself to the breaking point. But the frantic pace you are keeping right now is incredibly violent to your sensitive soul. You are trying to outrun a dark shadow that lives inside your own mind. You think that staying constantly busy makes you completely safe from the memories you buried. It does not make you safe. It only makes you profoundly tired. I did not create you to live your entire life in a state of constant survival. I created you to rest peacefully in my presence. Take a very deep breath right now. Notice how shallow your breath was just a moment ago. That familiar tightness behind your ribs has been sitting there for many long months. You honestly thought it was just the normal stress of life or the natural process of aging. It is not aging. It is the physical weight of an unspoken grief. Your human body is tightly holding onto the deep sorrow your mind refuses to look at. It is crying out for relief. I am here to give you that genuine relief tonight, but you must let me speak directly into the hidden places you have kept tightly guarded. Do not fight the tears if they start to fall while you listen to my voice. Crying is never a surrender to the enemy. It is the beginning of a genuine healing for your soul. I am sitting right beside you as you hear these quiet words, and you are safe here. Let the heavy armor fall to the floor. You do not need to wear it in my presence tonight. I know the exact thought moving through your mind right now. You are thinking that someone simply wrote these words, and you believe someone recorded them for a random video on the internet. You think this is just another voice trying to get your attention. I am not offended by that thought. I made the careful mind that asks those protective questions because you have been hurt so many times before. The deep caution inside you was never a character defect. It is heavy armor you earned through very painful experiences. You have been promised beautiful things before by people who only wanted something from you, and a person who was sold a false promise is completely right to read the label twice. That makes you careful. I have absolutely no quarrel with a careful heart, so I will not demand your blind trust today. Belief is not the required price of entry in this room. I am asking something much smaller of you today. Just notice what happened in your chest a few minutes ago. You felt a sudden shift when these words found your hidden pain, and you did not consciously decide to feel that sudden relief. It arrived before your logical thinking could even try to stop it. Judge the fruit instead of the messenger. If what you hear tonight makes you gentler in your own house, then you will finally know exactly what this was. Keep your protective questions and bring them all with me. I have never needed you to be completely certain. I only need you to stay here while I speak. Let me show you what you do when the house goes completely silent and there is nobody else around. You walk through the front door after a very long day. You do not even take off your coat first. You immediately reach for the remote to turn on the television because you cannot stand the intense quiet of an empty house. You do not care what program is actually playing on the screen. You just need the loud sound of another human voice. A quiet room feels entirely too dangerous for you right now. You clean a kitchen that is already perfectly spotless. You wipe down the same counters 3 times in a single evening. You fold laundry late at night when you should be resting, and you call it keeping a nice house for your beloved family, but you are not tidying the room to make it look beautiful. You are desperately organizing the only tiny corner of your life that you can still control. Then comes the darkest part of the late night hours. You lie in bed staring at the bright screen of your phone. You scroll past hundreds of pictures of people you do not even know, and your thumb keeps moving long after your tired eyes start burning. You are not looking for anything specific on that small screen. You are just trying to outrun a terrifying thought that is waiting for you to stop. Every single one of these actions is a desperate escape. You honestly believe you are just being highly productive. You think you are simply fulfilling your daily duties. But your constant running is not laziness or normal busyness, because it is a massive shield against the painful exposure of your own soul. You are using exhaustion as a safe hiding place. You believe that if you keep moving, you will never have to face the hurt. I see the terrible toll this is taking on your physical body. Your neck is stiff. Your stomach is constantly tied in a tight knot. You wake up exhausted because you worked hard in your dreams, and you are fighting an invisible war while you are supposedly resting. The noise of the world is loud enough to sound exactly like my absence. It has never once been my absence. The world simply taught you to fear the quiet. The enemy wants you to believe the noise is your own frantic mind. He wants you to feel entirely crazy and completely alone. But the loud panic is a massive lie that you have believed for years, and this absolute truth is settled right now in heaven. Your part is much smaller and it is immediate. Write it plainly in the comments below. Type "the noise is not my voice." Do it now, while you still remember what that noise cost you. You have spent so many years running away from my still voice. You thought my voice would bring harsh judgment or heavy demands. You assumed I would ask you to carry an even bigger burden, because that is what the endless noise convinced you to deeply believe. But my quiet voice brings nothing but pure relief. The silence you are avoiding is the exact place where your true healing actually begins. Look at how you handle conversations with your good friends. You listen closely to their daily struggles and deep pains. You give them wonderful advice, and you hold their heavy tears. But when they finally ask about you, you smoothly change the subject. You make a small joke to deflect the attention away. You are terrified they might see the cracks in your perfect armor. You are the strong person everyone relies on for their survival. You are the giant pillar holding up the entire family structure, but the person who holds everyone else up rarely gets held, and you honestly cannot remember the last time someone took care of you. You keep yourself incredibly busy to avoid feeling that massive unfairness. If you stop moving, the sadness will catch up to you. I am here to tell you that you do not have to keep running. The shadow chasing you is not nearly as big as you think. It only looks terrifying because you refuse to turn around and bravely face it. But when you finally stop, you will see I am standing right behind you. I am blocking the heavy wind. I am covering your tired back. You are completely safe to rest your mind tonight. I know the secret thought hiding quietly in the back of your exhausted mind right now. You are thinking this beautiful message is definitely meant for someone else. You believe it belongs to someone whose hands are much cleaner. You think it is for a person whose daily faith held strong through the terrible years when your own faith completely crumbled. You have quietly disqualified yourself from receiving my absolute best. I will not tell you that you have misremembered your painful history. You know exactly what heavy burdens you carry. I know those hidden burdens even more completely than you do. I know the secret parts you have conveniently forgotten, and I know the broken pieces you have never once forgiven yourself for. But you have completely misread who this message is truly for. You strongly believe my profound peace only belongs to the ready, but it has always belonged to the brave ones, willing to see that they are not ready. That beautiful willingness is not a massive wall between you and me. It is the open door. It is the only door there has ever been. I came looking for you, and I have never once been confused about exactly which one you were. I am done describing what happened to you. Let me tell you what is being done about it. Look closely at the frantic busyness you use to fill every single hour of your long day. You wake up with your jaw already incredibly tight. You stand at the kitchen counter with your tired hand wrapped around a hot cup of coffee. You honestly cannot remember even reaching for it. Then, a familiar name quickly lights up on the glowing glass of your phone. Before you read a single word of that message, your tense shoulders instantly climb toward your ears. This is not the normal tiredness of a healthy body that worked hard in a green field. A body that works hard, sleeps very deep, and wakes up hungry. This is an entirely different kind of tired. You have patiently explained this heavy exhaustion to yourself for so many long years. You have said you are just getting older. You have said you used to be much stronger than this, and you believe something vital inside you has quietly given way. You have wrongly called yourself lazy in a harsh voice you would never use on anyone you truly love. Hear me clearly, beloved. That is not the real reason. You are not weak. You were never weak. Here is the hidden mechanism no one has ever told you, and I am going to tell it to you right now. Deep exhaustion does not come from the heavy weight you were actually given. It comes from the terrible weight you were never given. Somewhere along the very long way, you began to quietly carry massive things I never once placed in your tired hands. You picked up your grown child's difficult decisions. You took on your brother's fiery temper. You carried your mother's deep disappointment, which was already incredibly old before you were even born. You constantly manage the fragile peace of a busy house that is not yours to keep peaceful. You carry another person's dark mood exactly the way a strong man carries water in his bare arms. It completely soaks him. It spills the entire way, and he never actually arrives. I am going to name this terrible pattern right now so that you can never unsee it. This is the borrowed load. It has your worn fingerprints all over it, but it was never yours to carry. Now look back with me at your own past. Look at it very gently. Those long years you have harshly called your failing years. You were not failing. You were hauling. Every morning you bravely woke up and picked up heavy bags that belonged entirely to other people. And every night you stood in cruel judgment over yourself for walking so incredibly slowly. You were never lazy, my beautiful child. You were fully loaded, and a loaded soul that keeps walking through the dark valley is not weak. She is remarkably faithful. I saw your deep faithfulness the whole entire time, even when all you could see was exactly how far behind you had fallen. I saw every single silent tear. Not one was ever wasted. So today I ask something incredibly small of you. Not a giant vow, not a great overnight transformation. I ask you one simple question, to be asked just once, right before you pick anything else up. Did I hand you this? Ask it at the kitchen sink. Ask it right before you answer the ringing phone. And when the honest answer is no, set it down. Set it down without a grand speech and completely without apology. Putting down a heavy burden I never gave you is not selfish abandonment, beloved. It is profound obedience. Begin with just one thing today. Only one. That is more than enough for me right now. Remember the heavy load I just named for you. I want you to come with me into the season ahead. It is a very ordinary morning in your exact same house. You wake up before the loud alarm even sounds, and your feet find the floor without an argument. You walk into the kitchen to make your coffee, but your shoulders stay exactly where they belong. The familiar tightening behind your ribs is simply not there. You do not run through a mental list of everyone else's problems before the day has even opened its eyes. The phone lies face down on the counter. You do not feel it pulling at you from across the room, and the deep silence does not frighten you at all. That is the part you cannot easily picture right now. You are standing inside a quiet room with a hot cup in your hand, and nothing inside you is running. That peaceful person is not a dream. She already exists. She is not being built out of parts you do not have yet. She is standing right on the other side of one thing you are still holding. The distance between you and that beautiful morning is not time. It is permission. And permission is not a thing you wait to be handed by someone else. It is something you say out loud in a quiet room. If you are willing, I would like you to make that powerful declaration right now. You do not have to write anything long or complicated. Just put these words down for me. Type, "I stopped arguing with the noise." Let that be the very first time you actually choose your own peace over their constant demands. Now, let us look at the other place where you have been silently struggling. Last night you lost 3 whole hours, and you cannot tell me where they went. Your tired eyes stayed open easily for all of it. Then you finally sat down in front of the one thing that actually matters. It was the letter, the creative work, or the difficult call you have been meaning to make. Within 90 seconds, a heavy exhaustion came down over your eyes like a thick, dark blanket. Suddenly, your messy desk desperately needed clearing. Suddenly, there were trivial messages to answer that could have easily waited another week. You got up and walked away, and you carried that particular shame to bed with you just like 1,000 nights before. You have a very harsh word for yourself on frustrating nights exactly like that one. You call yourself lazy. You call yourself completely undisciplined. You have said there is something deeply wrong with you that other successful people simply do not have. My child, that cruel word has never fit you. I want that terrible word out of your mouth today. You have faithfully carried other people through massive storms you barely survived yourself. A truly lazy soul does not ever do that. The word is completely wrong. And because the word is wrong, everything you have built on top of it is wrong too. Here is what is actually happening deep inside you. The human mind does not resist hard work. The mind strongly resists exposure. Look closely at the important tasks you avoid and the easy tasks you never avoid. You will quickly find the avoided ones are not actually the hardest tasks. They are the revealing ones. They are the ones where you would find out once and for all what you are truly made of. So your brilliant mind builds a thick fog in front of that door and simply calls it tomorrow. It does this because it loves you and has been guarding you since you were very small. It is not self-sabotage, beloved. It is a fiercely loyal bodyguard who has never been told the war is finally over. I am going to name this right now so you can recognize it. This is the protective delay. It was never laziness, and it was never a broken thing inside you. Now go back with me through all those unfinished projects. Think about the hidden drawer of half-written pages. Remember the big plan you described to your sister once and never mentioned again. You were not lazy in those lonely years. You were heavily guarded. Something inside you decided long ago that being unfinished was much safer than being measured. It decided that because somewhere in your past you were measured badly by someone who had absolutely no right to hold the scale. You have not been failing to begin. You have been protecting a wound that no one ever tended. I will not ask you to finish the whole massive project tonight. I am asking you for 15 minutes of poor work. Open the dusty file. Take out the blank page. Touch the work with absolutely no intention of doing it well. 15 minutes of imperfect work is the only thing the thick fog cannot survive. The protective fog exists only to protect you from being harshly judged. And there is nothing to judge in 15 deliberately imperfect minutes. Set the clock on your wall. Begin before you feel completely ready. Readiness has never once arrived first. It always comes in right behind the brave work, and it never comes before it. Do not wait for the perfect feeling to arrive in your heart. You just need to take one single step forward tonight. I know exactly what is rising in your chest right now. You are thinking you have heard all of this before. You have tried to stop working, and it only made you feel completely worse. You took a short day off, and your mind ruthlessly punished you for it the entire time. You are telling me the honest truth today. I will not argue with your own painful history. I was there for every single hour of that miserable day off, but you desperately need to hear the vital difference tonight. What you tried to change was simply your outward behavior, and you forced your tired body to sit completely still on the couch. But you did not change the heavy foundation underneath it. A forced physical pause is not actual rest. You did not fail at resting. You were just working incredibly hard on the exact wrong layer. I saw what happened yesterday afternoon when you finally sat down. You sat in the chair for exactly 10 minutes before the heavy guilt arrived. You looked at a small pile of mail on the kitchen counter, and you suddenly felt like you did not deserve to sit there until that pile was completely sorted. You could not even enjoy a simple glass of water without scanning the room for another chore. You have patiently explained this frantic habit to yourself for decades. You say you just like a very clean house. You call yourself a highly responsible person who simply cannot relax in a messy room. My beloved child, that is a beautiful lie you continuously tell yourself. You are not cleaning the room because it desperately needs cleaning. Here is the quiet truth I want you to finally hear. When love was given to you in your early childhood, it always came with a heavy condition attached to it. You learned very early that your personal value was permanently tied to your usefulness. So you grew up believing that resting is a massive debt. You honestly think you must earn your right to exist every single day. I am going to name this cruel lie so you can finally break it. This is the earned rest. It is a terrible taskmaster that will never give you a single day off. It will always find one more dish to wash. It will always demand one more hour of your precious time. It will drain your soul completely dry. Now look back at your exhausted life with me. Look at the thousands of hours you spent serving people who never even thanked you once. You were not just being a good and faithful servant. You were constantly trying to buy your own basic worth. You falsely believed that if you were useful enough, no one would ever abandon you. But your immense value was established long ago. You were completely worthy of profound love before you were ever useful. Nothing you have ever done has changed that beautiful fact. So I want you to try resting in a totally different way tomorrow morning. Do not wait until the entire house is perfectly clean. Leave the dirty dishes in the sink. Sit down in your chair and do absolutely nothing for 10 minutes. When the heavy guilt tries to pull you up, you must speak directly to it. Tell it that your rest has already been fully paid for. You do not owe the house your constant labor. I have watched this exact same pattern destroy 10,000 different lives. It always begins with a deep desire to be helpful, and it always ends with a completely broken spirit. I will not let that terrible ending happen to you. I am stepping in to break that heavy chain right now. I am building a brand new foundation underneath your weary feet. The constant striving is finally coming to an end. You are entering a season where your presence is valued much more than your productivity. You are loved simply because you are my precious child. I want to ask you a very important question tonight. Which person were you in this difficult story? Were you the one who stopped asking for help, or the one who never even started? I want you to answer me right now so we can seal this breakthrough. Type "the closed door was mercy." Do it to remind your weary soul that my boundaries are actually powerful protections. Do not skip this small step of obedience. Writing it down makes the truth tangible in your mind. The enemy wants you to stay isolated and silently burdened. He wants you to believe that your worth is still tied to your daily performance. But the moment you declare the truth, his dark power over you is completely broken. Your quiet compliance with his lies ends today. You are stepping into a profound freedom that you have never known before. The heavy yoke of constant performance is falling off your neck right now. Breathe in the beautiful reality of my unconditional grace. You do not have to perform for my affection. You never did. Walk boldly into tomorrow with the absolute certainty that you are enough. You are completely enough. You have hidden behind your busy schedule for far too long. You wear your daily exhaustion like a shiny badge of honor, but it is a terribly heavy shield, and I clearly see the incredible toll it takes on your weary spirit every single day. Let them keep their false opinion of exactly who you were. Let them keep the comfortable version of the story where you are just the strong one. You were never asked to carry their selfish account of your precious life. You only have to carry your own. You are standing on the very edge of a massive breakthrough today. I have watched you rebuild the walls of your life 10,000 times. Always the same exact sequence. First, the frantic striving, then the terrible exhaustion. And only after the deep exhaustion comes the true opening. You have successfully completed the first 2 difficult stages, and you have been standing at the final door for much longer than you actually know. Do you really want to spend another 5 years running from the silence? The high cost of another year of this arrangement is incredibly steep. It is paid quietly in the beautiful things you slowly stop expecting. I am not warning you about a physical enemy tonight. I am warning you about a destructive habit that is stealing your joy. You tell yourself that staying busy keeps the dark sadness away, but avoiding the deep sadness also blocks the profound joy from entering your weary heart. You cannot selectively numb your human emotions. When you build a thick wall to keep the pain out, you also lock yourself inside a dark prison. I want to completely dismantle that cold prison tonight. There is one specific instruction I have kept from you until now. I have been holding it back on purpose because you were not ready. It has a very specific name. I will call it the last instruction. You will not receive it in the part of this message that sounds like an ending. You will receive it after the quiet part. Do not go anywhere when it sounds like I am finally closing. That is precisely where it lives. Everything I have said until now was careful preparation. This is the mighty thing itself. Lift your tired head right now. What comes next is not just hopeful information. It is a holy moment. I have been walking you toward one single truth this entire time. We have finally arrived at the exact place where your deep healing begins. Breathe deeply once, then hear me say the powerful thing I have wanted to say to you since the beginning. Your constant running is not laziness. It is a massive shield against exposure. You use the loud noise to hide the deep pain. You believe that if you stop moving, the terrible weight of your past will finally crush you. That is a vicious lie from the dark enemy. The past has absolutely no power to crush you when I am holding you up. Every time you got up and worked until your bones ached, I saw it. Every time you spoke gently to someone who had not earned it, I saw it. Every time you kept a difficult promise no one was checking on, I saw it. Not one single hour of it went unwitnessed by heaven. But the frantic running must end today, not soften. It must completely end. You are completely safe to drop the heavy shield right now. Hear me in the deep place where you make your final decisions. Drop the heavy shield today. Step out of the exhausting noise immediately, and you will finally receive the profound instruction you have been desperately avoiding. I am not asking you. I am firmly telling you. Do not pick the heavy burden back up tomorrow morning. Leave it on the floor. Look up. You are not late. You are not the exception to my faithfulness. The ground has been perfectly prepared. Now I speak directly over it. The long season of hiding behind your endless daily tasks is officially over. Walk boldly into the bright light. You are ready to hear the final word. I am stripping away the false guilt that tells you rest is a sin. Rest is a holy weapon. When you finally sit in the silence, you are declaring that I am in control of your life. You are boldly proclaiming that the world will not fall apart just because your hands stop moving. That is true faith. That is the incredible breakthrough you have been violently fighting against for decades. The argument officially ends in this exact moment. Stop fighting the profound peace I am pouring over you. Open your empty hands right now. You cannot receive my abundant blessings if your fists are tightly closed around your endless chores. Let the busy schedule go. Let the heavy expectations shatter on the floor. You are completely free. I declare absolute victory over the exhausting noise today. You will no longer measure your worth by how much you accomplish in a single afternoon. You will no longer apologize for needing a quiet moment to simply breathe. You are my cherished masterpiece. Masterpieces are not meant to be hidden behind a wall of frantic labor. They are meant to be admired in the still light. You have avoided the spotlight for so many long years. You constantly make yourself look incredibly small. You turn down beautiful opportunities to grow, and you instantly fill your daily schedule with trivial tasks just to stay completely out of sight. You sincerely think you are just being humble. You call yourself a quiet servant. I am telling you the absolute truth today. That behavior is not genuine humility. You are not hiding because you are a naturally quiet person. You are hiding because rising higher feels like a terrible betrayal. And somewhere in your painful past, you slowly learned the cruel lesson that standing tall always makes the people around you feel incredibly small. You watched someone you love fail to reach their own dreams, so you quietly built a heavy roof over your own bright future. You decided you would never outgrow the people who raised you. I'm going to properly name this tragic cycle right now so you can clearly see the invisible cage holding you down. This is the loyalty ceiling. It is not humility at all. It is misplaced devotion. Now look back at the beautiful ruins you have been so deeply ashamed of. You did not break those wonderful things out of pure weakness. You were fiercely protecting somebody else. Every single time you stopped just short of success, you were desperately trying to save them from feeling inadequate. That is a loyal heart that was never told the truth. Here is the plain truth without any comforting metaphors. Your constant running is not laziness. It is a massive shield against painful exposure. Drop the heavy shield entirely today, because if you finally drop it and stand still, you will absolutely receive the specific instruction you have been desperately avoiding. That is the only way forward. I am ending the long argument today. You must take one brave step above that false ceiling. Say the name of the person you have been staying small for. Say it quietly to me in this safe room. Then deeply release the terrible debt you falsely believe you owe them for the rest of your natural life. Your shining light does not take any warmth away from their room. Your rising does not actively diminish their value. I am completely rewriting your family history right now. The tragic cycle of staying small officially ends with you. You are the very last one who will carry this heavy ceiling. Lift your tired head and look directly at me. And I want you to hear my voice echoing in the deep place where you make your most important decisions. You are absolutely not late. You are not a disappointment. I have perfectly prepared the ground for your new season. Step completely out of the exhausting noise today. Put down the endless chores that keep you distracted. I am calling you out of the dark winepress and into the bright open field where you truly belong. You have been answering to the wrong name for decades. I am calling you by your true name. Now, there is a serious cost to another year of this frantic arrangement. It is not a financial cost that anyone will invoice you for. It is paid quietly, in the beautiful things you slowly stop expecting. I am warning you about a highly destructive habit that will secretly steal your joy if you let it. Do not walk back into the noisy shelter tomorrow morning. The shelter is completely empty. If you leave this holy moment, you will completely miss the blessing. You will spend the next 12 months asking me for the exact thing that was sitting right in front of you tonight. You will desperately reach for my profound peace. You will find only the small part you are willing to sit through. Do not make that terrible mistake. I am pleading with you to stay. I am standing firmly between you and that terrible outcome. I am not moving my hand away, but you must stay exactly where my hand can reach you. I refuse to let you walk blindly into another year of deep exhaustion without knowing what you are doing. That is exactly why my commanding voice is so incredibly loud tonight. I am breaking the hard shell around your weary heart. Do not let the familiar noise of the world steal this massive breakthrough from you. It has stolen the beautiful ending from you before. It will not steal anything from you this time. Stay with me because the final instruction has not been spoken yet. I am holding it specifically and exclusively for you, and I will keep holding it until you are finally ready to process these heavy revelations. Do not walk away before I hand it over. What comes next is going to sound exactly like the final ending. The voice will slow down significantly. The words will get much shorter. That is not the end of the message. That is the actual doorway to your freedom. And the very last instruction I kept is still waiting patiently in my hands to be delivered to you. It is handed over on the other side of this quiet moment. Listen to me with all of your remaining strength. Do not put this down and casually tell yourself you will return to it later, because you already know exactly what a busy tomorrow always does with the holy things you carelessly set aside for it today. Later is a dark graveyard. It is where you have buried every other wonderful thing I ever sent you. You have to finish this important process right now. There is no other acceptable time. I am speaking to you with intense urgency one last time. If you ignore this warning and go back to your frantic routine tomorrow, you will lose everything we built tonight. You will spend the next year completely exhausted. You will quietly beg me for the exact piece that was sitting right in front of you today. You will deeply regret leaving this room too early, and you will find only the small broken pieces you were willing to hold. Do not choose that painful path. I am firmly standing between you and that heavy burden. I will not let you walk back into that dark prison without knowing the door is already unlocked. I am protecting you from your own destructive habits. Now come here. Sit down. I want to say the rest of this to you very quietly. That was the loudest I will be with you today. Everything after this holy moment is much closer. Put your shoulders down. The commanding is officially finished. Come much closer than you usually let yourself come. Not because I need it, because you desperately do. You have spent a very long time arranging your entire life so that nobody could tell you were hurting. You hid your deep tears behind a polite smile for decades. There is absolutely nothing you have to carry out of this room tonight. Not a difficult task, not a massive promise, not a complicated plan you will feel guilty about by the weekend. Only this beautiful truth remains. You were seen all the way down to your weary bones on a night when you had almost stopped expecting to be. You are fully known and deeply loved without having to lift a single finger. Let that simple fact be enough for tonight. It is definitely enough for me. You do not need to earn your keep in my house. You already have a permanent seat at my table. You can finally stop working connected to simply exist, because you finally stopped running from the quiet. I am moving you out of the loud noise that drained you. I am bringing you into the profound stillness that restores your soul. You will no longer fill every single hour with meaningless distraction. You will no longer avoid the empty spaces in your day. You will simply sit in the quiet room and hear my voice clearly. You will recognize my gentle guidance without any of the old fear. And this beautiful healing will not stop with you alone. The young children in your family who are learning how to be a person by watching you will learn it from this brand new version. They will learn that resting is completely safe. They will learn that peace is much better than constant performance. My weary one, that is exactly what I am doing for you right now. I am breaking the generational chain of exhaustion in your family line. There is one more thing about that quiet room. It is the last instruction I kept from you. It is the one I promised I would safely deliver when you were finally ready. You do not have to fix your entire complicated life before tomorrow morning. You only have to wake up and leave the protective fog behind. That is the whole instruction. It sounds incredibly simple, but it will change the entire trajectory of your remaining years. Do not pick the heavy shield back up when you get out of bed tomorrow. Leave it on the cold floor where it belongs. Let the morning be exactly what it is. Let the quiet wash over you without reaching for your phone. I have said everything I came here to say today. What happens next is not mine to do. Put your hand on these powerful words and make them permanently yours in your own writing. I want you to claim this new life right now. Type "I say yes" with my life. Let this place know you stayed to the very end, and share this message with one person who desperately needs to stop running. Write it down so that the enemy knows you are no longer hiding in the busy noise. I read exactly what my beloved children write. Now, go, not in a frantic hurry. Walk out of here the way a person walks when they have finally stopped auditioning for a place they already belong to. You are my precious child. I am always with you. Go.